Yo, good morning, YouTube. It's your boy, man, back. Just some shit, my mind be racing like a motherfucker, man. 24/7. Really 25/8. You know what I mean? But, so like I've said before, can't nobody tell me that I ain't got Jamaican blood running through my veins. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling my son, I think that was yesterday, that I'm really about to start honing in on my roots. You dig? And I was telling him about, the Jamaican language and lingo. He knows that they, speak English, but you know, they have we have a different dialect, which is called Patois. I believe I'm saying that right. And I'm gonna start trying, as I'm still learning, to speak it, as I'm learning it. I'm gonna speak what I know, but I'm gonna get it perfected. Please believe. I'm a perfectionist, to say the least. So, with that being said, 2026 is the rebirth, the rebirth of real Rastafari, Jamaica and Dandara. You dig? One of my favorite movies is, Shadows. Kimani Marley and Sprague Benz in Shadows, and a lot of them. I think that movie came out in 2006 or somewhere around there, I believe. And when that movie came out, everybody wanted to be Shadows, man. And for those that don't know, Shadows, I believe, in Jamaican means gangsters. You dig? How about that? Y'all know I'm a gangster, But anyway, everybody wanted to be Shatas. There's one scene in the movie, after Mr. Anderson try to whack Wayne, and the aftermath, that more, oh man, Wayne was pissed. You hear me? Because they had killed his brother, right? Mr. Anderson one time killed Wayne's brother, Blocka, and Wayne was about to go all out. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Anderson was trying to tell him that, in so many words, that basically he didn't give a fuck. And he told Wayne, he needed to leave the island. You know what I mean? And Wayne wasn't having none of that. He wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. He said, things are going good for me in Jamaica. No, in Jamaica. You know what I mean? He told Biggs, right now we have everything down here. The politician we have in our pocket. You dig? And they was talking about it, and Biggs was like, cause Wayne was pissed, and he was like, you want to show you a shutter? Show you a real shutter right there. And Biggs was like, it's not gonna benefit for it. He said, you got to leave this alone. If you don't leave this alone, you're gonna end up dead. In Miami, we need to start reach back up, start eat some of the big drug dealer boy that food. You understand? He said, shut not rob 9 to 5 people, the poor people can I know that, man. The foreign the one that, now foreign in Jamaica means America. You know what I mean? And he was like, foreign the one that straight. And Wayne was like, call it a puss or and somewhere. It was like, that's it for dope. We just said we were the president, we were none when we're done. We just brush it, because he was like, the boy line up 2 visa. And visas is, you know, temporary citizenship in America for foreigners. Well, Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you're like, the boy line up 2 visa. You say, well, for none when we're done, we just brush him, man, we'll just kill him. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, straight. So Wayne calls up Mr. Anderson, right? And it was an overlay for the underplay. You know, Mr. Anderson's secretary answered the phone, and she was like, you know, hello, Wappy Bam. And Wayne was like, let me talk to Mr. Anderson. And she was like, who's this? And Wayne was like, tell him it's the Detective Lang. Now, Detective Lang was the cop who shot Wayne's brother Blocker, right? So the secretary was like, Mr. Anderson, Lang is on the phone for you. So Mr. Anderson, before whoever else was on the other line, he just got to run his motherfucking mouth with his stupid ass. Now, mind you, Mr. Anderson is white. You know, he's a white Jamaican, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't see him. You know, if you just heard it, you wouldn't. I mean, if you're a real Jamaican, you probably could, you know, notice that he was a white dude. But he was like, and this is when he was, because he had, after Wayne called him about, you know, his brother being killed, Mr. Anderson was like, Wynn, you need to come to my office and see me, right? And he went down there to the office, Wayne, Biggs, and John. You know, John was one of they homeboys that, you know, was an entourage, not entourage, but, you know, it was one of they homeboys, you know. So they went down there to the office and whatnot. And Mr. Anderson, you know, despite what happened, he was real nonchalant about it, you know what I mean? And Wayne was like, you know, basically like, what's up? And Mr. Anderson was like, what'd he say? He was like, Wynn, what's happening, my friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know, how you do it? He was like, Wayne was like, not good enough, sir. And Mr. Andrews was like, basically, he was saying, Wayne, I'm really sorry about your brother, but he was like a mad dog running wild. Wayne was like, Mr. Hans, that's a brother for that, Lang, it's my brother, you never have to kill him. And he was like, Wayne, don't put me in a spot. Basically. Anyway, he was like, Wayne was like, what do you want me to do for you? And I said, he was like, I respect you for Miss Andy. Cause Mr. Anderson was like, I need you to leave the island. I will get you and your friend the visa, and you leave Jamaica and go cool off for a while, because I can't take the heat that is about to come down on me. And Wayne was like, Miss Andy, things are going good for me in Jamaica now. No. And I can hear that foreign thing right now. And Miss Andrews was like, Wayne, there's nothing else on the table. He was like, Wayne was like, nothing else on the table. Let's get on, Miss Andrews. You can't tell it, say. You can't tell it for backup. You can't tell me, he said, oh, yeah, Wayne, don't put me in a spot. I mean, Mr. Anderson, I tell you're not see things my way. But furthermore, you can take a box for food out of our mouth, and I can't go on there, Or what? He said, election is coming up, and I can't afford to have any unnecessary wrongs in my constituency. That is a classic for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think that, well, to me, I think that's one of the best Jamaican movies that I've seen. When with Belly, first came out, and they introduced Ox. And matter of fact, Ox, his name is Rankin, but he is the guy who played Ox in Belly. But in Shadows, he played Teddy Brookshot. He was a kingpin, drug kingpin from Jamaica, but he lived in Miami. Teddy Brookshot. And they would in Belly, the Jamaican, aspect of that movie wasn't that big, but I'll never forget that. And oh my gosh, I was so, and I always wondered why I was so drawn to the Jamaican lifestyle, language, lingo, everything, you know what I mean? But, when I was growing up, my grandmother, she was married ever since I was born, and I can remember she was married to a Jamaican, you know what I mean? His name, and I'm not even sure if he's still alive, but his name was Verley Frazier, straight from Jamaica. And I always want, it wasn't just because that, um, my grandmother was married to Jamaica. So in the household, there was a lot of Jamaican, used to eat a lot of Jamaican dishes, curry goat, you know, fish. What's it called? What's that? Saltfish? Is it? Curry goat, all that. We, we didn't really eat oxtail, and if we did, I didn't know what I thought they were like. I thought they were like neck bones. You know what I mean? But you know, Vera used to come. He used to work second shift, right, from like 2 to 10. And when he would come home, the motherfucker wouldn't. He'd get his motherfucking Windsor, Canadian Windsor. I think that was that whiskey. And this motherfucker, and my grandma worked overnights, right? He couldn't read, write, drive. So my grandma had to get him back and forth to work. She would go pick him up at 10 o'clock, drop him off at home, and then start work at 11 p.m. You know what I mean? This dude, can't make this shit up, man. This dude all night long, I'm talking about from the time he came home until 6 a.m. when my grandma got off work, he would sit on the porch and, he would go back and forth from inside to the porch. He was probably refilling his motherfucking cup. And all night, what a bomber-clad, ras-clad, lazy, doing like dirtiness, like cleanliness, all night long repeating the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But, I wondered throughout life, I wondered why I always gravitated toward, like I say, the Jamaican lifestyle talk. I love it, and it was a reason for that. But Belly, when he took Tommy to the island, and that's where I got that from. That when I be like, this is the rebirth, the Jamaica finest, the original Dandara, I loved it, that part. I loved it, that movie too, just on the strength of that. You know what I mean? The Jamaican part in that movie. Yeah. But anywho, I done yapped. Did I say 18 minutes? Jeez Louise. I could run my mouth all fucking day. But I'm not gonna not right now. I got shit to do. It's getting light. It's light outside now, so I'm about to change into some dirty clothes and get out here in this yard, man, and do this yard work. But I just wanted to kind of give y'all a little background on me. You know what I mean? And shed some light on, how I act the way I act, talk the way I talk. We're gonna figure this shit out together, y'all. Y'all gonna witness it through the whole process. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm gonna get back at y'all in 2.2 gigawatts, like I always say. And yeah, this is just a journey. It's a journey. Life is a journey, you know? And I want to take y'all along with me while I on this journey with me. You know what I mean? I try to keep it a little entertaining, because you know I have a hell of a I'm a man's man. You know what I mean? And I got my skin is real tough. You know what I mean? Almost like leather. You know. But it's a smooth leather. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bitches be getting mad. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Females be getting mad at how soft my skin is. You know what I mean? Like my motherfuckers be like, and I've always worked since I was 13 years old, y'all, making $4.25. That was minimum wage when I started working. I was 13 years old, doing hard. I swear, that had to go against some kind of child labor law. The shit we was doing, man. But anyway, yeah, man, we gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Because I'm on a mission. If anybody knows me, knows what my mission is and what my mission has been for many years. You know what I mean? My daughter specifically. My daughter's about to be 28. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell y'all how old I am. You know what I mean? But I have a 28-year-old daughter. Let's just say that. I'm a very wise man as well. You know what I mean? I make some fucked up ass decisions, of course. Who doesn't? But like I say, I'm working on it through this life's journey. You know what I mean? When I leave this earth, you know, I'm gonna make it my goal to make sure motherfuckers are gonna remember me. Believe that. Believe that. King Rod first. You dig? Lil Rod, you know, he's King Rod second. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm gonna leave y'all for a minute, you know what I'm saying, and get back at y'all when I do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. And two.